Hi there, welcome to another painting tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can paint this sheep with acrylic paint. So let's get started. And I want to start with a size 2 round brush. And if you want to paint along, just look in the description. You can find this sketch linked below. And let's start with some dark values. So I could put in the black of the eye, and I just have a black paint. I'm going to very carefully put in the black of the eye, but I want to leave that little area of the iris. Okay, and that's going to be a lighter color, so we'll let the black dry before we do more detail of the eye. Okay, and then I can put in a little bit of kind of this part here that goes around the eye, kind of outlining that part of the eye, and it can come down here and then it goes underneath. Okay, and I want those to be pretty symmetrical. And then let's add some black into this part of the nose. Just go around that curve and try to put that shape in. And then this part, we can kind of outline a little bit where the mouth is. And then I'm going to put a little bit more black paint on my brush. And we can go right here along the black of the mouth. This is the darkest value. Opening of the mouth, and I want to try to make that symmetrical. And I don't want to make too much of a curve or a smile. I want it to be not super expressive. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so those are probably good for the black areas. So rinse off your brush. So next we're going to take this dark brown color, that's a raw umber. And then let's put some of that around the eye, and I'm sticking with this brush. It's giving me pretty good amounts of precision. I'm just kind of adding some of these darker lines, but I didn't want it to be completely black. Okay, we can go under the eye. And then around the mouth a little bit more. We can put some of this darker color. It's just a transition in the values. And let's put some around the ear. I'm going to put some right there. And then we'll add some to the other ear. Okay, and then I want to come around this area and add some dark value to that. Go around the hairline and underneath the chin, putting in this really dark color. Might go around the nose a little bit, and then I think I will go ahead and outline the entirety of the face. Try to add a little bit of shadow where you might need it. You can define the ears a little bit. That should be covered up with some other layers. Just come around and kind of bring this down. So under here we have a lot of chunks of fur. So what we could do is kind of add some of that texture for the fur. Just kind of use the tip of your brush and make some circular motions. And this part, the hair kind of comes out to the side. And we can put some other areas under here. So that doesn't have to be very precise or exact. Just kind of intuitive, free-flowing in that area. Okay, so now I want to take another color that's a gray color. This is like a dark gray. And let's keep going around the face. And some of these other lines here that you can see in the sketch, I'm going to use this dark gray to kind of put those lines in. And we're just kind of building form at this point. Just kind of also moving my brush almost in the direction that the fur is going. And it's also giving us another color to work with and another variety of our values. And up here, the hair kind of splays out this way a little bit. So move that brush in the direction of that form of the hair. And it's a nice shadow as well. And then you can look at some of the eyebrows and how the fur is presenting in that direction. And we might go around the ear. So kind of make a shadow on the upper inner ear and the lower. Let's put in some color for the eye. And I have this yellow ochre. Let's try to put yellow ochre in for the eye, and I want it a little bit diluted with some water. And let's see if we can put that yellow ochre in, and the black should be dried at this point. Okay, and then after the yellow ochre, let's put a little bit of burnt sienna for a kind of a shadow and a little bit of variety and color. So you could, if it's kind of wet like mine is, you could just kind of place it in there and let the water kind of disperse the color, almost like a watercolor effect. Okay, so now let's put in some other midtones, and I'm going to switch brushes. Let's switch to the size 6 filbert, and let's kind of mix up some pink. So I'm going to take a Zinc White, which is a nice transparent white rather than the opaque. And I'm going to take a little bit of a vermilion red. And let's try to mix up a pink here. Okay, so I might take a little bit of beige to kind of dull that down a little bit because it was just very intense. I might take a little bit of magenta as well. And that's just going to brighten it up a little bit, make it a little cooler. And then you can see how strong that red is. So let's take a little bit more of this white, because it just takes a tiny bit of red to really shift that color. So I need even more white. I have a lot of red on my brush, so I'll just rinse that off. Okay, so I think we have a good shade of pink here. And let's put that in the ears. So a lot of pink in the center of the ears. And then let's put some pink around the nose. Okay, and there's a little bit around the eye as well. And up here. So just in different parts of the face, there is some pink kind of showing through. I'm just gonna kind of put it around. Okay, so now at this stage, I'm gonna add some white. So I'll switch brushes. And let's see, we have, this is a size 3 round, but it's more of a size 6 round. It's just a different brand where the sizing, it's not universal among brushes. So let's take some of this titanium white and let's see if we can start building the form of the sheep. Okay, so I'm going to take this and carefully make the bottom lip, and then I'm going to add the top. And then I'm going to feather the center of the face here. I'm going to go around the ears. Okay, and then I'm going to quickly kind of add some white to this part. Okay, and then so I'm adding white to this area here, and you can see that it's kind of picking up some of this brown that we had down, some of this raw umber, and that's okay. That's gonna kind of give a little bit more dimension to the piece. So that blending of colors I'm happy with. And sometimes you could do that intentionally. Just add a little bit of a darker color in with your lighter color, in with your white, and that'll automatically just kind of blend the colors as you're painting. And I'm really using this brush in a circular motion, try to get that effect. Okay, and then I can kind of come around the face here. And with the tip of the brush, try to put in the eyelid. I think I went a little too far with that one, but if you make a mistake here, you can kind of redo it, so it's not a big deal. Okay, just kind of going over with the white. Then I might put a little bit more white in kind of on top of that other color. And then it stands out quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to actually switch to an even smaller brush, my size 0 spotter. And let's see if we can fix that eye. So I'll take the black and then just kind of reinstate the black of that eye. Gonna go back over it. Fix the shape that you had originally. Can be a little dicey to do this, but it's necessary. I'm gonna add a little bit more pink, a darker pink to this nose. So I think it just needs a little more definition. So I'm kind of going around with the darker pink. You can see that just kind of brings it forward a little bit. Okay, I could work on my black mouth a little bit. Kind of try to straighten it and clean it up a little. Okay, and then I'm going to take this raw umber. I'm going to go around the eye again, because this part is dark, so it needs to be reinstated. Okay, and then I could go with the titanium white on top of that carefully, just with a little more precision to make that eyelid. And then maybe take the dark gray and kind of emphasize that other eyelid. Okay. All right, so let's put the highlight into the eye and then kind of see if we need to make any final adjustments. So So I'll take that titanium white on my 0 spotter, just put a little highlight in the eye, bring him to life. Kind of want to do another spot here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this 6 round brush, and I feel like I need some darker values. So I have a mid-tone gray, and I want to put that down here to bring this shadow back, this area. Okay, and then this darker value around the face here. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take some raw umber, and I'm just going to go and make a few little lines here, going on top of the white. Can try to blend it as I go. And that's just going to give me, just kind of makes some of those fur or fleece areas, just kind of makes them a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay. Okay, so I kind of feel like the eyes need a little bit more refinement, so I'm going to take a little bit more of this black, just kind of go up around the eye. Okay, I think that helped. Okay, maybe a little bit higher with this one. I'm still trying to keep everything symmetrical as well. Just kind of clean the eyes up. Okay, I think that looks a little better. Okay, so I think we will call this piece complete for now. Thank you so much for painting along with me. I hope you get to try this tutorial. Like and subscribe if you want to see more acrylic painting tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!